My neighbors are like firefighters, doctors, nurses, lawyers. That is who lives in this community. So the fact that there's an ICE raid right now, just a few houses down, I went and picked up my son from school, and like I saw this happening and I was like, oh my god, I gotta go the other way. They have like the street shut off kind of, and like my neighbors' cars are in the way, you cannot see. But holy shit, you guys, this is wild.
Once aware, you have the right to remain silent. If ICE knocks on your door, you don't have to answer it. Do not consent to any searches if they do not have a warrant signed by a judge. They don't even have the right to be in your property, so please remain silent. Do not sign any documents, especially if you do not understand. If you are in public and ICE stops you, please remain silent. You do not have to disclose your immigration status.
First things first, this is what an ICE truck looks like. This is what ICE agents look like. If you see these things, you're going to, as loud as you can, top of your lungs for everybody to hear you, run into stores, businesses, down the street, yell, "La migra," okay? This is like a bat signal for those who are at risk. Only do this if you're a citizen though, please. Like if you see them, just book it in the other direction. Start running. Waste their time. Everybody else's, they can't chase everybody down. Like, come on. You can also use apps like Waze instead of Google Maps or Apple Maps to actually see where ICE checkpoints are.
Oh my god, these raids are giving people pressure. I'm telling you, I'm not laughing because it's not funny. These raids typically target workplaces, homes, and other specific places where undocumented immigrants are present. And the purpose of these raids is just to enforce federal immigration laws, and they have sparked debates about human rights, racial profiling, and just the separation of families. Here, critics argue for comprehensive immigration and reform rather than heavy-handed enforcement measures. So kindly stay tuned. Without taking much of your time, let's just start our video and see what others think about this ICE raid.
I'm standing outside the Roosevelt Hotel. This right here is a place where the National Guard has been guarding this for 4 years. This is the main place where the migrants would come in, and they would get them situated as to what shelter they were going in. This is the first night that this has not been open. This place is closed. This was a bar, but it's been turned into a place for a processing center where all the migrants, once they come into New York City, they're brought right here. The place is closed. They said we're moved. They're closing down because, as we know, mass deportations are supposed to be starting, so people are no longer going to be coming right here into New York City to, start their lives here in America. The border's been closed. Trump's declared it a national emergency at our southern border, and he's actually letting people do their jobs. Border Patrol do their jobs. ICE deportation officers do their jobs. People are going back to work. It's closed, you guys. Migrant intaking center is closed. This is closed. The border's closed. We're going to get our country back.
If you live in Chicago, I'm going to do you a favor right now. Don't go outside. Do not leave your house. Nothing in this world right now is worth it. You have food at home. All right, I'm going to say that again. You have food at home.
I totally agree. You can have food at home, but for how long are you going to survive without going at work? Don't you see they are even finding them at work? It's a problem. Anytime they can also come at home. Tell me what you think in the comment section, guys.
A U.S. citizen and military veteran was detained and held by ICE today. You heard that right. A U.S. citizen who served in the military in this country was detained and held by ICE because he wasn't carrying any documentation that proves that he is a U.S. citizen. This took place in Newark, New Jersey, and the mayor issued a statement confirming that individual's Fourth Amendment rights were violated. He also confirmed that ICE is stopping undocumented immigrants as well as citizens, residents, everybody. And I made a video a few days ago talking about how ICE agents will racially profile, and this exact situation can happen to you, whether you are a U.S. citizen, whether you're a resident. They can stop and question anybody. They can knock on your door. Now they can go to the schools and talk to your children. They can go to the hospital. I also saw videos of other creators say you don't have to carry your U.S. passport or your resident card or your birth certificate. You just have to tell them that you are a U.S. citizen and they will leave you alone. Well, friends, I've been telling you guys, make sure that you take pictures of your US passport or your resident card or your visa or your birth certificate, and you carry a picture on your phone. That way you're not carrying sensitive documentation around that you run into the possibility of losing it. Carry pictures of your document for you, for your spouse, for your children. They can stop you, question you, detain you, hold you, and take you to a facility until proof or documentation of your status is presented to them. It does not matter what your contribution has been to this country. It does not matter if you're a retired U.S. Army veteran who served 20 years in the military. It does not matter if you were born here. They want to stop you, question you, detain you, and then take you to a facility. They can.
I'm angry. I hate that I keep getting on here because I'm angry. I'm new to the Boston area, and I just had to stop into the grocery store because I needed some hot tea because it's cold as shit out here for work today. And I've noticed since being in the Boston area that a lot of the stockers and the cashiers are Hispanic. As you guys have probably heard, Boston is an area where they're doing ICE raids now. And I asked a white male worker where the honey was. He said, aisle 9. I was like, wow, sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. I just needed to know where this was. He's like, well, nobody can be bothered to show up for work anymore. Excuse me, do you mean because people are afraid that they're going to get yanked off their job and deported? You and your inconvenience because you have to do a little more work.
It had a much more humanitarian approach to it, specifically with DHS being more amenable to dismissing cases. Now it's the complete opposite. Like, the immigration vibe under Trump is hostile, literally hostile. And I can never support Trump because of his inhumane immigration policies, point blank, period. I don't care if he has the potential to improve the economy. To me, the economy is not the main concern. I care more about the way human beings are being treated, specifically immigrants coming into the United States. I've worked in immigration law under the Obama administration, the first Trump administration, the Biden administration, and now under Trump's second term.
There is word that on Irving Park and Cicero in Chicago, there is a current ICE checkpoint happening. So I wanted to jump on here and just share this message. The website that we were using to keep track of where ICE was, which was juntoseguros.com, is now no longer working. It was shut down. So we're trying to figure out another way of being able to get this information out to people sooner. But in Aurora, there's raids happening. In Glendale Heights, there's raids happening. So just trying to get this message out there so that people can stay safe. Please share it if you have family, if you know of people that are working in the city, so that they can really try and stay inside as much as possible, or at least just be more aware of their surroundings.
Oh my God. Guys, things are not easy. In this world, I mean, government decisions are just slapping people left and right. You might feel happy, you might feel comfort in your currently moment, but others are just crying in the smoke. They don't even feel or believe that 2025 will get to the end. We are still in January, but look what is happening in the beginning. See what is happening. Picking people from their works, from their homes, asking questions. If you are caught, immediately, no deal, no explanations, deportation. But the good thing, nothing is surprising, because Trump said it before, I mean earlier. But because it's something that you can't adapt in simple way, or you can't say that I don't mind, or it's fine, it's okay. That's why you feel like you didn't even hear that this day will come for you. That's why your wound is still new. I'm very sorry for this. I'm not having fun. I'm not just talking, but I know what I'm talking. I know it's hard times. Wherever we are just praying, but me, I don't have anything to do rather than just reacting and bringing together all the ideas that I have about this ICE rate. I saw a video where they were picking someone from the work, and I was like, this person is just at work. They can't even wait tomorrow. They can't even wait for him to finish his service that he was serving to the client. Oh my gosh. They just took him as a thief. Try to understand that emotion. Do you try to understand how he was feeling? I'm very sorry. I'm so sad about this. But I got an idea. Cool down. Accept what is coming for you. And if you are getting deported, don't feel like life is over. It is not over. Life is not over. You may meet some obstacles, you may suffer, you may struggle, but life can renew. You go back to your country where you came from. Friends and families are there to welcome you and to comfort you. Then you will just look for visa. You may look for all requirements for you to stay in USA as you wished, and you also live in peace, isn't it? So guys, I really appreciate your love and your support to this channel. That was my point of view. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Remember, this is your girl Vanessa. Kindly subscribe. We are road to 5K. We are road to 5K. Please make it for me. Leave a like to the video. Don't forget to share with your friends. See you in the next episode.